Yeah. Yeah. Hello, dear students. Now, let me continue some applications based on previous topics. So, anyhow, in the last class, we covered self-induction and mutual induction. Okay. So, self-induction. Self-induction, nothing but if a current is changes in a coil, then due to the change in magnetic flux, EMF is induced in the same coil. Okay, and we know coefficient of self induction L, otherwise self inductance capital L. Okay, we got some formulas and we use some Faraday law of electromagnetic induction. We got EMF is equals to minus L di by dt. If di by dt is taken as unity, then self inductance numerically equals to induced EMF in the coil if rate of change of current is unity. Okay, and the unit of self inductance is Henry, otherwise Weber per ampere. And we know the meaning of mutual induction. Okay, to get the mutual inductance or mutual induction, we are taking two coils. One is a primary coil, other one is a secondary coil. Okay, if current in primary coil changes, then flux linked with the secondary coil changes, and that flux linked with secondary coil proportionals to current in primary coil. Okay, flux linked with secondary coil proportionals to current in primary coil. If any number of turns are given, you can take the n number of turns. And mutual inductance represented as capital M, and finally we got E is equals to minus M di by dt. If we put di by dt as a unity, again mutual inductance numerically equals to induced EMF. Okay, induced EMF in secondary coil if rate of change of current in primary coil is unity. And units of mutual induction also like a self induction. So mutual inductance unit is Henry, otherwise Weber per ampere. And see, both cases depends on geometry and shape of the coils. Okay, especially mutual induction is possible if coils are very close to each other. If they are very far, mutual induction is weak. So mutual induction is effective when two coils are very closer to each other. Okay, now in this class, let me continue some applications which are related to mutual induction. Okay, and these applications are important for all type of entrances and used to solve problems from NCERT and from any other books. Okay, now let me continue one application from NCERT. Next, I am going to show some different applications and some good level of questions which are based on mutual induction or mutual inductance. Now let me start one NCERT applications. Okay, so write down the heading: mutual inductance of two long coaxial solenoids. So write down the heading: mutual inductance of two long coaxial solenoids. It's coming. Yeah. So anyhow, for one solenoid, we got self-inductance. Self-inductance of a solenoid is calculated in the last class. Now, if they given two solenoids, one solenoid is surrounded the other, then we are going to get mutual inductance. If it is a one solenoid, only self-inductance is possible. Now they given two solenoids, one surround the other. Okay, now let me draw the outline view of the two solenoids. Okay, placed coaxial with each other. So here, anyhow, you know the solenoid. Solenoid nothing but is a device used to produce a uniform magnetic field along the axis, and inside the solenoid there will be a field. Outside the solenoid the field becomes weak. Okay, now here let us consider two solenoids. Okay, let me draw one solenoid like this. See, you know, solenoid means a thin insulated copper wire is wounded on a plastic pipe, otherwise on a ebonite pipe. See, this is one solenoid. So let me call it as, this is something solenoid S1, S1 solenoid. I am giving name S1 solenoid, whose radius, let me take R1. R1 is the radius of the S1 solenoid, and another solenoid, let me place like this, another solenoid whose radius is, I am going to take R2, another solenoid. So I am going to draw another solenoid on this solenoid. Okay, they does not touch with each other, just I am going to draw one more solenoid above this. So the diagram looks differently, but you try to draw it. So let me draw another solenoid like this. Yeah, this is another solenoid S2. So you draw like this, one surround the other. Yeah, draw correctly. Feel that one is surrounded the other, that's it. Okay, this is S1 solenoid, this is S2 solenoid. Let us suppose L is the length of each solenoid. Is it clear diagram? And let us take R2 is the radius of the second solenoid. This is S1. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, okay, no problem. Yeah. Now, send the current in any one of the solenoid. Okay, send current in any one of the solenoid. You feel S1 is some primary solenoid, S2 is a secondary solenoid. Okay, any one is primary, other one is secondary. Then send the current in any one of the solenoid. You send current in S1 or current in S2. If I send current in S1, if current in S1 changes, then flux linked with the second solenoid will be changes according to mutual induction process. If current is changes in S1, then flux linked with secondary changes, and that flux proportional to current in S1. For suppose if current in second changes, if we send current in S2, then this current is proportional to flux in S1. Don't confuse. If I send the current here, okay, before that, let me give some data. Here, let us consider N1 is the number of turns in S1 solenoid, N2 is the number of turns in S2 solenoid, and small n1 is the number of turns per unit length in S1, n2 is the number of turns per unit length in S2 solenoid. N1, N2, I written the names. Small n1, small n2 are the number of turns per unit length in S1 in S2 solenoid. Now, let me send some current in any one. You can send the current in S1 or S2. So let me follow the NCERT way. I am going to send current in S2. So let I2 is the current in S2 solenoid. Now I am sending some current in S2 solenoid. I2. I2. Okay, just you concentrate only on second solenoid I2. In S1 I am going to send I1 like that. Okay. So directly we can get, but see the way. I2 I am sending the current in S2 solenoid. If this I2 changes, if this current is changes, then flux linked with the primary coil changes. And see, because of this I2 current, okay, so better first let us start with I1. I1 is the easiest way. Next we will think about the I2. So let me send I1 for avoiding some confusion. I1. So what is the I1? I1 is the current. So I1 just you feel primary, and S2 is secondary. Now I am sending current in I1. Sorry, I am sending I1 current in S1 solenoid. And see, this current, due to this current, there will be a magnetic field along the axis. So the magnetic field along the axis of S1 solenoid is, we can write B1, which is equivalent to mu naught N1 I1. I think you remember the formula. Field along the axis is mu naught Ni. What is N? N1. Because I am sending current in S1 solenoid. I1 is the current. So I got B1. So the magnetic field will be there up to this region. Magnetic field is there up to this region. And see, if this current changes, then flux linked with the secondary changes, secondary coil. So the magnetic flux, because of this magnetic field, the magnetic flux linked with second coil, linked with S2 is, so let me take the magnetic flux linked with S2, let me write pi 2, pi 2. No doubt this pi 2 proportional to what? I1. Recall mutual induction concept. Flux in secondary proportionals to current in primary. Flux in secondary proportionals to current in primary. If one turn is there, pi 2 proportional to I1. There are n number of turns. Let me write n2. n2 number of turns in secondary coil. Now this can be written as n2 pi 2. Let me remove this proportionality, and that we can replace with the m symbol, nothing but mutual inductance, and I1, this can be written as M21, because this is called where M suffix 21 called as mutual inductance of second solenoid, mutual inductance of second solenoid with respect to first solenoid, mutual inductance of second solenoid with respect to the first solenoid. So yes, M21 is mutual inductance of S2 with respect to S1. Okay, and see here M21, and let us extend this one. N2 pi 2 nothing but, what is pi 2? Flux nothing but BA. What is B? B nothing but, B is possible because of this one, because of S1. So B nothing but B1. A nothing but area of the magnetic field region, area of the magnetic field region. So A1. So don't think pi 2 nothing but B2 A2. Pi 2 is the product of BA. What is B? This is the B. Okay, if any confusion is there, directly you can write like this. B, how much B? Mu naught N1 I1. A, BA, product is BA. A nothing but area of the magnetic field region. Area of the magnetic field region is pi R1 square. This is the better way. If I write B1 A1, you may confuse. B A. B is mu naught N1 I1. A is the area of the field region. Okay, here the field is strong. Here is there weak, negligible. Now, which is equivalent to M21 1 I1. So I1 you can strike off it. Then N2 we can write as small n2l. So small n2l this is. So m suffix 21 is equals to mu naught n1 is there. This n2, let me write small n2 into l, and one more is pi r1 square. See, this is the mutual inductance of second solenoid with respect to the first solenoid. Okay, mutual inductance of second solenoid with respect to the first solenoid. M21. Of course, similarly, if you send the current in send some current I2 in S2, you will get the same answer, but the name is reverse. Mutual inductance of 1 with respect to 2 you will get. I'll show that also, but up to here is enough. Let me continue some more steps also. See, I got mutual inductance of second one with respect to the first one. Let us do the reverse process. Reverse process means just send current I2 in S2. Forget about the I1. Okay, right now I'm sending I1 in S1. Then I got this formula. See, there is no I at the end. So, in the next case, in the reverse process, just you send some current I2 in second solenoid. I2 in second solenoid. Up to here is answer completed. Just you think it. If I2 is sent, if I2 is sent in S2, then there will be a magnetic field. Let me write B2, B2, I2, B2 for our convenience. B2, 2, 1 are our convenience. Because of I2, there will be a field along the axis, and that field is strong up to here, this region only. And see, B2, what is B2? Then you think it mu naught N2 I2, that is B2. And because of this field, there will be a flux, and this current in S2, current, if I send current I2 like this, if I send current I2, this current proportional to what? Flux in primary. So, magnetic flux linked with S1 is pi 1 proportional to I2, and if any number of turns are there, N1 pi 1, and N1 pi 1 which is equivalent to M I2, here the name is 1 2, because what is M12? Mutual inductance of 1 with respect to 2. M12 is mutual inductance of 1 with respect to 2. Here N1, this flux nothing but BA product. BA, how much B? B is mu naught. Mu naught. N2, I2. A, area of the field region, pi R1 square. M21, I2. So I2 gets cancelled, and this N1, you can write N1 as N1L, because N1 is N1 by L, capital N1 by L, capital N1, you can write small n1. So M21, we can write mu naught N1 N2 L pi R1 square. See, again I got the same answer. So that means at the end, see, M12, M21, which is equivalent to M, this is equivalent to mu naught N1 N2 L pi R1 square. See, this is the mutual inductance of two long coaxial solenoids. Okay, so don't confuse. See, try to follow up to here. Next, just do the reverse process. You will get the answer. Is it visible at the down? See, first I am sending current I1 in S1. This current proportional to flux in second. This current proportional to flux in second solenoid. Flux in second solenoid proportional to I1. If n number of turns are there, N2 pi 2 proportional to I1. And remove proportionality, introduce a name, some constant. Mutual inductance of second solenoid with respect to first solenoid. Okay. So I got M21. Finally, M21 is mu naught N1 into L pi R1 square. And try to do the reverse process. For suppose if I send I2 in S2, this current definitely proportional to flux in primary. So flux in primary proportional to I2. Then I introduce one more constant M12. M12 call it as mutual inductance of 1 with respect to 2. Finally, these two are equal. M12, M21 are equal. That is equivalent to mu naught N1 into L pi R1 square. So practice twice. Here just flux means product BA. What type of field is there and what is the area? Area nothing but area of the magnetic field region. BA. B is this much. A is the area of the field region. Take this. Yeah. So take the screenshot otherwise. Now let me continue some applications. Okay, let us see some applications. Find mutual inductance between two coils as shown in figure. So find mutual inductance between two circular coils as shown in figure. Now see the diagram. This radius is R1. Try to find this. The given current here, radius is R2. This is first coil, this is second coil. Do it fast. Target is to find out mutual inductance between these two. Mutual inductance between these two coils. They may give current here also. Okay. Means if they given here, we can find mutual inductance between these two. Means right now here they given in secondary coil, in second coil. Yeah. See, because of this current, there will be a field at the center. Because of second coil, there will be a magnetic field here. How much is the magnetic field? Say because of the second, so let me write directly. Magnetic field because of the second coil, we can write mu naught. If any number of turns are given, this is N1, this is N2. Now mu naught N2 I2 nothing but I2 nothing but I by 2 R2. Magnetic field because of the secondary coil. And see, due to this magnetic field, there will be a magnetic flux. Means magnetic flux linked with this coil changes. Okay, and this magnetic flux linked with coil 1 with 1 is pi 1, no doubt pi 1 proportional to I2. Okay, pi 1 I2 Now this can be written as pi 1 proportionals to I. Pi 1 proportionals to I. Pi 1 is the flux linked in primary coil, in this coil. If any number of turns are given, N1 pi 1 proportional to I. So N1 pi 1 which is equivalent to M I, M12 or M21, because M12, M21 are equal. So you can write M. N1 pi 1. What is pi 1? Pi 1. Pi 1 is the product BA. BA cos theta. Field is into the board, area is into the board, angle between BA and A is 0, parallel. So BA is enough. BA. What is B? B is this much. A, area of the field region. This region only. Other side weak. Okay, here area of the field region. So B pi 1, nothing but BA. How much B? Mu naught N2 I by 2 R2 A, area of this one, pi R1 square Mi. So I gets cancelled. M is equals to mu naught N1 N2 pi R1 square by 2 R2. See, this is the mutual inductance between two coils if current in secondary given like this. So mu naught N1 N2 pi R1 square by 2 R2. Okay. So similarly you try in a reverse process. For suppose if they given like this, they given I here, radius is R1, this radius is R2, this is coil 1, this is coil 2. You find mutual inductance between these two coils. You will get M12, M21, but both are equal, that's why I written M only here. Finally we got this one, mu naught N1 N2 pi R1 square by 2 R2 for this diagram. You try for this, whether it is same or different. Now they given current in first coil, current in first coil. Okay, in a mutual induction there are two coils, primary coil, secondary coil. Now feel that current is there in primary. This must be proportional to flux in secondary. That flux nothing but product BA. Think it. Try to find this one. See, there will be a field because of 1. There will be a field because of 1. So, B1 is what? Mu naught, if N1 turns, N2 turns are given, mu naught N1 I by 2 R1. Okay. And this current proportionals to flux in secondary. What is flux in secondary? Pi 2 proportionals to I, and if any number of turns are given, N2 pi 2. N2 pi 2 proportionals to I. And N2 pi 2, N2 pi 2 which is equivalent to Mi. N2, what is pi 2? Pi 2 is the BA product. BA, what is B? B is this much. BA product, mu naught N1 I by 2 R1 square. A, area of this field, area of this region. Pi R1 square Mi, I gets cancelled, then M is equals to mu naught, one R1 gets cancelled, mu naught N1 N2 pi R1 by 2. Check the answer. Mu naught N1 N2 pi R1 by 2. Verify the answer. Pi is the product BA. BA. A is the field region. Area of the magnetic field region. Now let me continue one more application. So try this one. Mutual inductance of solenoid surrounded by a circular coil. So mutual inductance of solenoid surrounded by a circular coil. So mutual inductance of a solenoid that is surrounded by a circular coil. See, this is the solenoid. Solenoid whose radius is R1, length is L, and it is surrounded by some circular coil whose radius is R2. Let us suppose I is the current. Here N1 is the number of turns. Try to find this one. Circular coil. Okay, solenoid will be there like this, and see, this is the solenoid and circular coil. Solenoid surrounded by some circular coil whose radius is given R2. Now send the current in solenoid, then there will be a field. See, because of this current, there will be a magnetic field. So what is the magnetic field along the axis of the solenoid? Mu naught N1 I. Mu naught N1 I. Okay, N is enough. Mu naught Ni, because only one solenoid is there. Mu naught Ni. What is that N? N is the number of turns per unit length. N is the number of turns per unit length. So B is mu naught Ni, and see, there will be a flux in second. So that flux, if any turns are given, N2 pi 2 proportionals to current in primary, and N2 pi 2 which is equivalent to Mi. N2 pi 2 is what? Product of BA. B means mu naught Ni. A means pi R1 square. Only this region. Because here the field is strong. So pi R1 square. BA, which is equivalent to Mi. I gets cancelled. Okay. Now M is equals to mu naught small n capital N2 pi R1 square. M is equal to mu naught small n, nothing but capital N1. N1 is better. N1 by L, and N2 pi R1 square by L. Mu naught N1 N2 pi R1 square by L. Try one more question now. Okay. Now see, let me find one more. So one more is, see, they given two coils. Okay, let me get the relation between L1, L2 and M See, I am going to get one link up between L1, L2 and M. L1 is the self-inductance of one coil. L2 is the self-inductance of another coil. And M is the mutual inductance between two coils, whether it is M12 or M21, because M12 is equivalent to M21. So they given two different coils whose self-inductances are given L1, L2, and mutual inductance between the coils is given M. Now let us get the relation between these three. Okay, so to get this one, see, let us consider one coil. See, this is one coil whose self-inductance is given L1, and another coil which is placed nearer to this, whose self-inductance is clear L2. The mutual inductance between these two is M1 to M21. Let I1 is the current in one solenoid, one coil. I2 is the current here. N1 is the number of turns, N2 is the number of turns. Pi 1 is the flux, pi 2 is the flux. Okay, EMF is E1, EMF is E2. See, they given all these things. Two coils whose self-inductances and currents are given, N1, N2, L1, L2, everything is given. Now let us get the relation between L1, L2 with M. To get this, see, let me write first self-inductance of first one. This is coil 1, this is coil 2. Self-inductance of 1 is, for a 1, N1 pi 1 proportionals to I1, because see, flux in this proportional to current in this, nothing but self-inductance L1. So N1 pi 1 which is equivalent to L1 I1. Current is proportional to flux, nothing but self-inductance. So I got L1, N1 pi 1 is equals to L1 I1. Self-inductance I am writing here. So this can be written as L1 is equals to N1 pi 1 by I1. So I written self-inductance in terms of N1 pi 1 I1. Similarly, for second coil also we can write directly L2. Directly we can write N2 pi 2 I2. N2 pi 2 I2. Self-inductance of second coil. Okay. So let me write the mutual inductance. See, to write the mutual inductance, this flux proportional to this current, otherwise this flux proportional to this one. So flux in secondary, let me write like this, N2 pi 2 proportionals to I1. Then see, flux in secondary coil proportional to current in primary. Then you will get a mutual inductance of 1 with respect to 2 or 2 with respect to 1. So here N2 pi 2 which is equivalent to M21 I1, mutual inductance of 2 with respect to 1. Now I got M21. M21 is N2 pi 2 by I1. Similarly, let us write here flux in this coil proportional to current in this. So similarly, flux in primary coil proportional to current in secondary coil. So N1 pi 1 which is equivalent to M12 I2. So M12 is N1 pi 1 by I2. This is mutual inductance of 1 with respect to 2. Okay, so let us suppose this is 1, this is 2. Now from 1 and 2, let me multiply 1 and 2. Just do the product. M12, M21. Multiply M12 and M21. Anyhow, M12, M21 are equal. Okay, mutual inductance of second coil with respect to first coil is equivalent to first coil with respect to second coil. So here M12, M21. What is M12? N1, pi 1, I2. M21, N2, pi 2, I1. These two are equal. So M12, M21 are equivalent to M. So this can be written as M and M. We can write M square. This is M, this is M square. And this let me write N1 pi 1 by I1, N1 pi 1 by I1, N2 pi 2 by I2. So M square is equals to N1 pi 1, N2 pi 2 by I2. See here, N1 pi 1 by I1, N2 pi 2 by I2. We can write L1 and this is L2. So M is equivalent to root of L1, L2. So this is the relation between mutual inductance and self inductances. Okay, but in general we can write like this. In general we can write M is equals to K times of L1, L2. K is a constant where that K is called as is a constant. It is called as coefficient of coupling. K is called as coefficient of coupling. Okay, so K is a constant. Okay, K is a constant. It is called as coefficient of coupling. For tight coupling, just keep the value in mind. For tight coupling, K is 1. For loose coupling, K is varies in between 0 and 1. 0 less than K less than 1. So K is called as coefficient of coupling. For tight coupling, very close, K is equal to 1. So we got like this. M is equal to root of L1, L2. M is the mutual inductance between two coils and L1, L2 are the self-inductances of individual coils. So finally we got a relation between M, L1, L2. Okay, let me find one more question related to mutual induction. Yeah. Says in some cases they may give the diagrams like this. See, this is one inductor and two inductors are connected in series and currents in both are same direction. Okay. If they ask to find the equivalent inductance, then we can write directly L1 plus L2. If currents are in same direction, then there will be a mutual inductance of 1 with respect to 2, 2 with respect to 1, we can write 2M. If currents are in different directions, here the currents are like this, you can write equivalent inductance is L1 plus L2 minus 2M. If currents are in opposite, you can write minus 2M, same means plus 2M. Yeah, right. One more. Find mutual inductance between two coils as shown. Find M of the combination. So M between two coils as shown. M between two coils as shown. See the given diagram like this. So one is rectangular coil whose sides are clear. Yeah. Find mutual inductance between these two. Try to find fast this one. See, because of this, there will be a field. I think you remember the magnetic field at the center of a some square. If four conductors of each length is L connected to joined to form as a square, then field at the center, you know the formula. B is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi L sin alpha plus sin beta. For a square, we already calculated. So I think you remember for a square. So just recall the moving charges magnetism. For a square of each side is L means we know the formula of field is 8 root 2 mu naught I by 4 pi L. This is the formula. Field at the center of the square. Square we calculated, triangle we calculated, hexagonal. Otherwise use the formula. I think the basic formula is clear. Mu naught I by 4 pi B sin alpha plus sin beta. Sin alpha plus sin beta. Alpha beta 45 degrees. D is L by 2. You will get this. So this is the magnetic field at the center of square. So there will be a field here. B is here. Magnetic field. Now the flux linked in coil is magnetic flux linked in a coil is flux linked in a coil. Let us suppose one term. Flux proportional to current in other, and this flux which is equivalent to Mi. This flux nothing but Ba. What is B? B is this much. 8 root 2 mu naught I by 4 pi L. A nothing but pi r square. Mi. So I gets cancelled. 4 this is 2. You will get 2 root 2 mu naught pi r square. Pi gets cancelled. 2 root 2 mu naught r square by L. See, this is the mutual inductance between these two. 2 root 2 mu naught r square by L. Same like a two circular coils. But here I used a formula. Field at the center of the square is 8 root 2 mu naught I by 4 pi L. So recall this formula. It is covered in moving charges and magnetism. Similarly, you try for a triangle inside one circle, hexagonal inside one square. Similarly, you try this one. Recall some formulas from moving charges and magnetism. Let us suppose this is the triangle and whose sides are given L, current is I, inside some circle is there, whose radius is something A. Then find mutual inductance between these two. One is a triangle in shape, other one is a circle, current is here, and there will be a field at the center of triangle. If L is the side, there is a one formula here. 18 mu naught I by 4 pi L formula. 18 mu naught I by 4 pi L. field at the center of a square formula, that is also possible by using this only. So I am writing formula. Field at the center of a square is 18 mu naught I by 4 pi L. Recall this formula from moving charges and magnetism. Moving charges and magnetism. Main formula is mu naught I by 4 pi D sin alpha plus sin beta. Alpha beta here it will come some 30 degrees. Sorry, I think it is. So here this is 60, 30, 30, 90. So here alpha beta will be 60. So the main formula B is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi D sin alpha plus sin beta. Substitute alpha beta 60 degrees and D is this much, L by 2 root 3. You will get this one finally. Okay. So 18 mu naught I by 4 pi L. Recall the formula from moving charges magnetism. So this is the field at the center of a square. Then flux through a coil proportional to current. Flux is equal to Mi. This is nothing but BA. What is B? 18 mu naught I by 4 pi L. A, area of the circle, pi A square, sorry. Yeah, pi A square. Mi. So I gets cancelled. 1 pi gets cancelled. M is equals to, this is 9. 9 by 2 mu naught A square. A square by L. Try hexagonal. Try the hexagonal. So let us suppose they given like this. These are very simple questions. Hexagonal whose side is L, current is I. Inside they placed a square. Yeah. Find mutual inductance between these two. Here for hexagon, I think you remember the formula. Take this is 30, 30, 30, 30. D is A. So recall the formula from moving charges magnetism. Magnetic field of induction at the center of hexagon is B is equals to 4 root 3 mu naught I by 4 pi L. 4 you can strike off it. Root 3 mu naught I by pi L. Then continue the same thing. Here BA, what is B? Root 3 mu naught I by pi L. A nothing but A square because square area. Mi, now M is equals to root 3 mu naught A square by pi L.